Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're not joining us for the first time, my name is Grace Figodi and you're welcome to Grace's platform. And today's episode is actually going to be an interesting one because I have somebody very special to me, and if you know me too well, you know that this person has been in my life like all through. I like to introduce him, but I want him to introduce himself, then we get started. Hello.
Yeah, hello. My name is Adewale Wilson Ibitoye. Thank you for having me on your platform.
Thank you so much, Adewale. Like, it took me a whole lot of months and years to get him on this platform today. So thank you for joining. And besides, you're looking good.
Thank you very much.
I like what's on your shirt though.
Yeah. Hope you can read it.
Yes, it is not.
Hope it's readable.
Yes, it is. But a lifestyle. Okay, coming back to that. So let's get to meet Adewale. Today's episode, we're talking about tech-related stuff, and things you need to know about tech, how to transfer into tech. So if you're a student or you're not in tech and you want to get into tech, because actually tech is the future, you don't want to miss this. So watch this video to the end. So let's get to meet you. We want to know your life in school and how it was for you.
All right. Okay. Where do I start from? Okay. Actually, I attended Kogi State University. I studied agricultural economics and extension.
Okay.
Yeah.
Agricultural economics and extension.
Yeah.
How come I don't know this about you?
Oh.
No.
Okay. So you expect to see me carry whole after class?
Exactly. Okay, what's the bigger motivation like in school?
No motivation. No, I just wanted to graduate.
Are you serious?
Yes, just have to graduate. Like, I needed to be a graduate, so I think that was the major motivation.
Okay, so you studied agricultural economics. What did you say again? Sorry.
Agricultural economics, yeah.
Okay, so what's up with your life in tech? Because you're not doing what you study right now, right?
Yeah.
So how was the transitioning process like? When did you transition into tech? Was it like from school days or after school?
I think it started from school. Yeah, from school. It's passion. Like, I actually love tech, and back then in school, I think it started from when there was an ASU strike. It was a very long ASU strike, and I was home. I was kind of idle. And if you know me, I hate to be idle, so I met someone who is into tech, and I think that's how I started. I started learning, and that's where I started from.
So you learned how to code, or was it like what part of tech?
Oh, I'm actually a bit vast with in tech. I think I started with hardware. To be honest, I started with hardware.
Okay.
Like I started with repair of computers. So I started with repair of computers, and back then in school, I used to be the go-to guy for a laptop fix and all. All my friends will always bring their laptop to me for fixing, and even lecturers. I even do help lecturers, and I was actually making money from it in school then.
So you're trying to say you started making money from school?
Yeah. I was making a lot of money from repairing of computers and all. So I think that's how it started, and I think then I reached out. Okay, I was so used to the internet then, and I think I can remember I used to subscribe for some online magazines on tech and all. I think that's how I started learning about a lot about tech, about coding and all. So I think that's how I started.
Wow, that's actually good. So, what advice do you have for people in school right now? Because some people get to be affected by the whole ASU strike, and you took advantage of it, right? So you learned tech because of the ASU strike. So all thanks to ASU strike, I think we should say that, even though it's like disadvantage, but all thanks to ASU strike. What do you have to say? Like, what advice do you have to give to students that are in school and they feel that they're studying this particular thing, but it's not aligned with their passion? You actually find your own passion, right? And you start working towards it. What advice do you have for students in school?
Well, for students in school, we all know what the country is all about now. So you just have to have a skill. So you out there as students, just know what you have passion for, and just try to learn something, get skillful. And for me, it wasn't even about the money, and it was mostly the passion, and the money came in later. So just try to just get to learn something. Just learn something.
Okay, you just say it's not about the money for you, but one thing we know about passion is that if there's money involved in it, right, it gets to actually fuel the whole passion and you want to do more. So let's talk about your finance level now. So, the lowest pay back then in school you got, maybe like the highest pay, and it was like, you know, when you got that first money from tech, you're like, I think this is it for me. Let me just push.
Yeah, back then that was 2006 back in school, 2005, 2006. I know my dad, they used to send me 5,000 naira per month. That's what I spent for the whole month. And I know fixing laptops and all, some months I end as high as 20k, 25k. So you can imagine if I can actually live on 5k that they are sending to me.
Okay.
Imagine me now earning like 25k, some months 30k extra. So like I was a big boy.
Wow, a big boy. So,
I was a big boy back in school.
So what was like your challenge, the biggest lesson and challenges like in school? And
yeah, in school, I think the biggest challenge in school was majorly because I actually did a 5-year course. So I think one of the major thing is at some point I just wanted to get out of school. Like I felt like school was holding me back. I just wanted to get out of it. So I just wanted to have my side kids. So I feel like I'm already wasting time here because I did a 5 years course.
okay.
Yeah. So I think that's one of the major challenges. I feel like I would have done the 4 years course because I felt I just needed something not for the course.
So immediately after school, you started repairing computers, or like there was something you were doing aside the whole computer repair and stuff like immediately after school?
No, still in school, I started learning coding. Not so well. I was actually doing more of front-end design and all. So it's during NYC, I started coding fully, and I was doing some freelancing for some people. Like I remember back then, I was the secretary of Nigerian Christian Compass Fellowship, NCCF.
Okay.
I designed their website. So
Wow.
I was majorly doing some free jobs just to get my portfolio stacked up with some. So, you know, when you meet people, they always ask you, "Can we see what you've done?" So I was just doing some lot of pro bono. Like I was just meeting people. You know, it's your business. You need a website, and now you can get your website. Normally, maybe people are doing website maybe for like 85k. Then I'll tell you, okay, you know what? I'll do it for 40k, and just because I needed
To build your
my
portfolio.
So it's one of the biggest challenges because a lot of people will meet you, they want to see what you've done. You know you can do it, but they don't know. So you have to prove to them and they need a portfolio. If you don't have, you're not getting the job.
Okay, guys, did you hear what he just said? So, if you're into any business or tech related and you're just starting from the beginning, you need to build your portfolio. And how do you have to? The way you have to do that is for you to actually do free stuff for people. Like it's your passion, we understand. But for you to make money, you have to build a portfolio for yourself. Okay, so moving back to Adewale, what is the thing you're most proud of?
I think one of the things I'm most proud of is, I think after NYC, when I started working, like immediately a month after NYC, I got a tech job, and it took a lot for you to be able to, like, at that time leave your job and say, okay, you know what, I want to resign and I want to go learn tech fully. So actually, I traveled to India with the little money I was able to gather, and I went to get some certifications in tech. So it wasn't easy because it was more like a gamble.
Wow.
I know I was going to, like, but then a lot of people felt like you have stayed back, work, gather enough money, this and all. Well, I just had to do that, and it paid out too.
Because like imagine how you felt like leaving the country, because that was like you already saved up for yourself, right? So you used that money and you left the country. But were there like any regrets, like when you were leaving at first? So did that? Am I going to succeed? That that fear and everything.
Yeah. Some people are like, you can learn. You don't have to travel out. You can stay in this country and still learn. But I knew myself. I know that if I stay back, I can't be working and learn because it's not going to be easy. So I wanted to dedicate that 2 years to learning, and I know that if I travel out, I don't have anything doing there.
Okay.
So the only thing I'm going to do is to learn. So I know I'm going to be like a lot of focus on that. So I think that was the major thing.
Okay, so let's come back to students that are in school, right? They don't have this whole resources to travel out. The tech industry in Nigeria where they can learn. For those people that want to translate into tech, it's so funny how. Okay, let me say. Few days back, I had issues with my system, like not really my system, like Mailchimp accounts, and I told some computer student around the other, please can you help me to fix this? It's sad that they don't know what a Mailchimp is. So what advice you have to people that I actually studying computer science or something relating, not relating to tech, but they want to transfer into tech, but they don't have that money, that I won't say it's a luxury for you or it's a luxury for you, but they don't have the money and the parents don't have the finances to actually sponsor them. What advice do you have to give to them? Is it like a platform where they can actually learn this tech skills for free or something?
Yeah, I guess if for us to turn back hands of time, if I were in school now, I wouldn't have even traveled out. Because now there are a whole lot of platforms that you can learn stuff from, a lot of online resources, free. You can learn online, Google, coding, and a whole lot, EDX, a whole lot. I can give you a list of platforms where you can go. Even if you go on Udemy, they are paid courses, but they are so cheap. Like when you see courses, you see courses even less than $10. And these are full courses that after taking the course, you can actually be fully certified in that field. So things are easier now, like very easy. Even on YouTube, you go on YouTube, you see a lot of channels that teach free coding and also it's easier now.
Okay, let's talk about your hobby. Okay, so your hobby, let's talk about your hobby, how you're able to merge your hobby and what you're doing in the tech industry.
Yeah, as a tech person actually, most tech guys or girls, they tend to have a kind of boring lifestyle. So I think that gives you some kind of like time or more to venture into different things. But for me, I think my hobby for now is biking.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. So biking, I have a power bike. I drive a Suzuki GS 1250. Yeah, that's what I drive. So it's fun. So just fun hobby, nothing serious.
Okay.
Yeah, and biking is dangerous.
You have to put that disclaimer.
Yeah, biking is dangerous.
Okay, let's go back to you. Do you have like a side hustle, metrics, your tech?
Yeah. I was side hustle because actually maybe because I'm a tech person, I love gadgets. So I love gadgets, and I used to have on a whole lot of gadgets. So I think I have a side hustle. I import gadgets and I sell mostly iPhones, phones, and I'm selling gadgets. So the side hustle for me, so why not?
I want to ask you a weird question. I think my family members also want to hear this question. What's like the highest money you've made in tech? I got you.
I don't want anybody to like kidnap.
No, we'll not kidnap people. Just give us like a range, like the highest money you've made in tech.
The highest that I've made. Are you talking of like on the particular project? Or
yes,
like
a particular project, and you're like, man, there is money.
Okay, maybe not the highest. Maybe I'll say the first money I actually earned and kind of wowed me. Maybe it was when I was starting, and I did software for a small business, and back then 450k was a lot of money to me. Come on, I would have done that job for maybe like 100k or so, and I didn't know how the guy was able to pay me 450k, and I'm like, wow, that's good. Back then, like,
maybe you bid it for like 100 and he paid you 450.
Oh no, I don't know. I was lucky because I'm not even good at negotiation, so I guess he gave me the offer, and when they give you the offer, I'm like, okay, can you do it for 450? I'm like, if you had asked me, probably I would have said 100k for now. Like, okay, you know what? I'll do it.
So since then your mentality changed and you started bargaining, like.
So I think that was something big for me then. So
okay.
Yeah. But going forward, started understanding the business in tech. There's a business in tech, so I started understanding better the business part of it, and that has helped.
Okay. So, are you single?
I'm not married. I don't know. I'm not married. Like.
It's not about the ring. So you see yourself as an introvert or an extrovert?
I am fully introverted, like If you know me, I hardly leave my house. I can stay indoor for 5 days straight without even opening my door. So I'm fully into that.
Thank you so much for this section. It was actually a wonderful section with you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming to my platform again. And I also want to ask this last question, maybe last question, because I really want to know, are you open to teaching people about tech? Maybe someone might actually come across this channel and will be interested for you to help out. Will you be open to teach?
Oh, I can guide. I'm so bad at teaching that I don't have patience when it comes to teaching. So I don't have to teach starters. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm so bad at I don't have patience. So I can guide you how to you be a beginner.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you understand, I can now teach you further. But I don't have patience to teach people. I'm sorry. I can only guide you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, guys, we'll come to the end of today's section. I hope you find this channel interesting. Please don't make this video your last. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, subscribe, like, and share with your friends. I love you guys.